Hello yogis, and welcome to your weekend flow. Welcome to your mat. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a 10-minute practice that is ideal for beginners, or if you wanted to do them in the morning, something quick and easy that can sort of get your blood flowing and just get you in the groove of just movement and consistency. So I thought that for our affirmation for today, we would pull a mantra card. And that's usually very helpful because it gives us a direction of what we can actually focus on, what we can potentially release. So let's see what's coming up for today. Welcoming surrender. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. So what does surrender mean to you? These are some of the things that you can kind of contemplate before we begin. What does surrender mean to you? And what are you perceiving as a problem, but it's really actually just a way to get to your solution? Okay, to begin our practice, for props for today, you don't really need any props, but you will actually benefit from using a blanket. So if you have one, bring them by. And some blocks. So I'm going to give you an option to use some blocks for extra support. So if you need it, please use it, but it's absolutely not mandatory. Okay, so to begin, first to begin with our breath work, I'm actually going to be using my meditation cushion because I find it a little bit more comfy. If you have it, use it. It's always awesome. Okay, so we're going to begin first in hero's pose. Your trunk is nice and straight, upright. Close your eyes. Get settled, get centered here. Take a moment to settle into the space that you're in right now. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths together. So I would like you to take a breath through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So here we go. One more time. One last time. Now your next deep inhalation, I want you to think about this word surrender and what does that really mean to you? How can you become a little bit softer, more pliable, more flexible? How can you flow a little bit more rather than push? Once you have your answer, in the next inhale, we're going to bring that to the forefront of your mind and we're going to exhale it into the universe. So here we go. Hold it. And exhale, sigh it out. If you're ready, you can open your eyes and let's begin in table. So here, you can have your wrist and your shoulder nice and stacked. We're going to bring your knees at hip width apart, and we'll begin with some easy cat and cow. If you wanted to add a little bit of intuitive movement, so you can bring some swaying side to side, that's perfectly fine. So inhale, arch your back, chest forward, and exhale, sigh it out. 2 more times. Last one. Your next inhalation, coming to your neutral table. And from here, we'll actually do a quick, before we even begin to move, I wanted to do a quick little upper back opener. So for that, we're going to bring your right palm to the sky. And then at your exhalation, it's sort of like thread the needle, bring it through that opening. And breathe nice and deep. Your next inhale. Come back into table, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So bring your palm up And then and the next exhalation, thread the needle, bring it through your opening under your elbow. Feel the opening at your upper back while keeping your pelvis neutral. And your next inhale, come back into your table. And from here, we're going to come into your child's pose while keeping your arms nice and active. You can bring your head, your forehead down to the ground. And your inhalation, as close as you can to the ground, come into your cobra. And I'm going to bring my fingertips. So I'm going to bring my fingertips to the ground. And then my next inhalation, I'm going to come into just a baby cobra. And exhale down to the ground. Inhale once again. One last one. From here, activate your legs, and I'm going to bring my palms next to my ribs, and I'm going to come into the first downward facing dog. Perhaps this is your first downward facing dog of the day, so move any which way that feels intuitively right for you. And when you're ready, at your next inhalation, bring your toes to touch and float your right leg in the air. Externally rotate and look between your palms. Next inhalation, bring your feet in between your hands. Now from here, you can actually grab your blocks if you have them handy. So nice and slowly. So use the blocks if you have them, even if you feel flexible enough to do it without the support. Sometimes it's just nice to have that added support if you have it available. So here, take a nice deep inhalation. And as you exhale, get steady with your back feet and slowly start straightening out your front feet. Next inhalation, bend. Again, we're looking to create some space in our hips. And exhale, straighten out the feet. Inhale, exhale. From here, keep the blocks. Bring your knees down to the ground. If you have your blanket, this is a perfect time to use it underneath your knee. Get nice and steady. And we're going to bring your palms up for your warrior. And exhale. One more time. So again, you can use the blocks so that you can get nice and steady. And inhale. Exhale. And just imagine the sense of surrender and release as you're exhaling. One more time. Bring your hands down to the ground, remove the blanket, and step back into your downward facing dog. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So again, your toes can touch. And bring your left leg float up in the air, externally rotate, square your hips, and bring your feet in between your hands. Again, I'm going to bring back the blocks. Get steady here, find your footing, and slowly with control, start straightening out your front leg. Then inhale, come back into your lunge. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Now come back into your deep lunge. Bring back the blanket if you have it. You can lower your back knee down to the ground. You can remove the blocks. And when you're ready, bring your hands up into your warrior. And again, exhale. One more time. Last time. Bring your hands down to the ground. Remove your blanket and step back into your downward facing dog. When you're ready, bring your knees down to the ground. Come into child's pose. Come back to table and bring your feet in front of you. Now I'm going to keep my knees bent. So here I'm going to set up, we're going to set up for boat pose. So to set up for that, bend your knees, your torso nice and an upright position. Find your footing here. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift both feet. We're going to be here for about 3 breaths. And if you're ready, you can also bring and float your hands in front of you, nice and strong. It's okay to shake. Last breath. Beautiful. And bring it down to the ground. Shake it out if you need to. Now we're going to straighten out your left leg, and I'm going to bring my right feet over my thigh. So I'm going to create, it's almost going to be like a seated pigeon, but I'm going to create a little bit of pressure. My feet is, so the feet that you have on the ground, the straightened leg, you have to flex your toes actually on both sides, just so that it actually protects your joints. So push down on the outer thigh and create almost like you're twisting. So you're pulling the ankle while you're pushing down on the thigh. And we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. You can perhaps lean forward a little bit if that feels good. One last breath. When you're ready, let's release, and we're going to switch sides. At your inhale, imagine that you become taller, and at your exhale, you fold. When you're ready, come into neutral. Shake it out. And you can sit in easy pose, or you can come back into hero, like the way that we started. Bring your hands on your thighs. Close your eyes. Let's do a quick check-in and see how your body's feeling versus how you felt when you first arrived on your mat today. Are you feeling a little bit lighter? Can you breathe a little bit easier? What did you leave behind on your mat that was not serving you? Your next inhalation, open your eyes if you haven't already. I wanted to thank you for joining me in this practice. I cannot wait to see you guys next week for another 10-minute flow. I hope that this has served you, and I hope that you found meaning in that consistency, and I hope that you give yourself lots of gratitude for taking the time to show up for your practice today. Hey, did you enjoy this practice today? Then don't forget to click on the video right around here where I will guide you through a specific meditation that you can use to help you go deeper within a sense of surrender, within a sense of relief. And you're welcome to use this meditation at any time. It is best to usually use it during the time when we're getting closer to the full moon, because this is when energetically it's going to be a little bit easier for you to not only surrender, but to release whatever is not serving you. But obviously this is usually suitable anytime. So I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one. Bye.